three skills, three development skills that every engineer should master, every software engineer must have. And none of those three skills are actually coding or problem solving. Would you believe me? Let me explain. So we all have heard about this thing, right? That, okay, you need to have a problem solving mindset. You need to have very good knowledge. All of those are true. I'm not saying that they are wrong. But there are actually three things that I found out in my career, in my 6 years of journey software industry, that there are actually few things. Specifically, I'm going to break them down into three things today, which are absolutely necessary to have in like your software engineering career. Like they are a must have. You need to have them. There is no exception. If you don't have them, you are going to fall down every single day. Like, there wouldn't be a single day where you will come across some sort of problem, some sort of project ideas where you will not stumble across these things that I'm going to mention. And if you are not equipped with these three skills that I'm going to mention, that I think every engineer, every developer should master, then you will not have a bright future in any other way. Okay, let's get started. The first thing that you must have is ability to break down a bigger problem into small chunks. What do I mean by that? There is also a great saying, which is, if I give you a problem, you don't have to even think about solution, or you don't even have to think about how you are going to get the results. If you can just outline what that problem actually means, where can you start, or what is the initial idea that you have regarding the solution, you have already accomplished 50% of the answer. Like, you have already done 50% of the job. Most of the people who are struggling to resolve problems, or who are struggling to have a successful career, the core problem is when a bigger task is given to them, they have no idea where to start, where to look, which is the first step. And I feel that is gonna like bring down a lot of confidence in a lot of developer. Like, they are not even gonna try to improve this point because they don't even know that what is missing. So the thing that is missing that you have to look at is, how can you break down a problem into tiny small tasks? That, okay, if this is the problem, first I need to handle this. Once this is taken care of, then I will move on to this, then that. If you can break down a bigger problem into smaller, easily digestible chunks, you have already resolved 50% of the issue. I can guarantee you that. The second thing is, you need to have this mindset of communication. Like, by communication, I don't mean like, okay, just talk. Effective communication. A lot of times what I have seen is, if you have a problem in mind, either people are not able to describe it properly, or the other way also, if somebody is giving you some sort of instructions, or somebody is giving you some sort of solution, you are not able to wrap your head around that. That, okay, I am going to take every single instruction or every single piece of information that they are giving and totally digest it. Make sure that everything I understand word to word. I have seen people do this on the surface level, and that is why they miss out a lot of things. Many people will have a problem that they will describe to somebody, and they will miss out critical information, or they will not totally give all of the information about the problem, and they will end up making some sort of solution 1 week, 1 month down the line, which they will again have to heavily modify to come up with another solution and then actually get their result, which you could have actually achieved really easily if you have just given the instruction properly regarding the question. And the same thing is true for the other way around as well, which is, if let's say somebody gave you some sort of hint, or somebody gave you a solution approach, but because of your limitation, because of your communication gap in communication, or because of your problem of not clarifying issues, you were not the one who actually got the proper help, or you were not able to utilize all of the information that was given to you. So not only communication, but effective communication, both in terms of describing a problem, and both in terms and also taking a solution from somebody else. If you do not have the skill to clarify them, if you do not have the skill to make sure that you get the grasp of the whole situation, then you are gonna get stuck in a lot of the problems. And the last thing that I am gonna say is, I call this like a specific line. That is why I looked at the other screen, because I have written this line that I want to mention, which is, I call this, I am gonna give you a brick, you need to have the capability to build a house. Like, not from that one brick, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying build a house from a brick. I mean, like, I'm gonna give you a brick. You will take that as a starting point, and you will gather the rest of the raw materials, you will gather the rest of the planning, and keep on building stuff. What do I mean by that? In IT industry, most of the time it is going to happen that you are not going to get full solution from anybody. Your seniors are going to be busy, your team leads are not going to give you a lot of time. They will give you hints, they will give you point of starting. You need to have this skill, you need to have this technique that, okay, if I am given a little bit of information, a little bit of starting help, I can read about it, I can do some research, I can think critically about that particular hint and build the solution around it. Obviously there will be times where maybe you have come across a dead end even after getting a hint, or maybe whatever you have developed is not the most optimized effective solution. That is perfectly fine, but you at least need to have this capability to get started. If you are not somebody who can take a hint and then build the solution on top of that, then you are also not going to be somebody who is going to develop that critical thinking, that problem solving mindset. So it is overall related to problem solving only, but instead of directly thinking how you are going to solve the problem, the thing that you need to think about the most is these 3 points that I just mentioned. Break down a bigger task into small tasks, into small achievable things, digestible things. Communicate them with your peers or with your seniors, or take help, and then make sure that you understand. And the last thing is, if you are given a single hint, make sure you have the creativity, make sure you have the capability to build the rest of the solutions, or to at least keep on going ahead from that particular hint that you are given. I'm also not asking that, okay, I'll give you one hint and you need to build the whole thing. No, not that. What I am trying to say is, let's say I give you one hint, you at least need to walk 10 steps, 100 steps. Then after that you tell me that, okay, out of that hint you have built this thing, and then now what next to do? I will be more than happy to help you at that point. Now somebody is going to ask me, okay, how I develop these 3 things? The only thing that will help you to develop these things is write as much code as you can. Not from ChatGPT, not copy paste, not like, okay, seeing a YouTube tutorial and then copying all of the code however they are doing. That is a recipe for disaster. You are not going to improve, you are not going to develop any problem solving skill, any technical skill by doing those things. Take any problem, it can be small things, authentication system, login system, it can be let's say syncing DBs, or it can be, let's say, building some sort of little bit of projects. Take a lot of small things and try to implement them in your way. Try to understand, okay, where can you start? Initially maybe you will have problems, so ask ChatGPT or ask any your experienced developer folks, or your friend who already has experience, that where to start. I'm not saying ask for the solution, no, ask for the thinking pattern, that, okay, how can I think about this problem, where should I start? Don't ask the solution. Once you get that hint, then from there keep on building, keep on doing this repetitively, and you will come up, like in 2-3 years of time, or however long it takes for you, you will come to a situation where you have that skill which lets you master anything that you pick, if you invest your sufficient time in it, and if you have these 3 skills. So that is going to be my help, or that is going to be my advice to anybody who is looking to improve as a developer or to improve as a software engineer. And these 3 are literally, I feel, the must-have skills for any software engineer. So give it a try, and I'm quite sure that it will help you grow a lot.